Good evening, people. This is Harry from Spurs TV, back again with TJ. You're right, TJ.
Welcome. How's that been?
Yeah, good
Yeah,
man.
I'm good. Sorry, I'm late. Lateness is greatness. That's what they say. Think about it like that.
Well, we've got Man City tomorrow, so not exactly like a
Mm.
small game. So TJ, how are you feeling about the game tomorrow? Just first of all,
About the game. Give me a second. Sorry, bro. Like literally, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a glare, right?
yeah.
Hold on. Right, there's still a glare. But how am I feeling?
First of all, innit? Yeah.
You know what? Let me be honest with you. I don't see it as all bad, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit that's more better, innit?
Yeah.
Shit. That's more better, innit? Cool. Boom. You know what? And now you got the glare from this shit. Okay, cool. Sorry. Cool. Boom.
I just
Still
saw
the
your
glare.
signs.
Yeah, man. You know that.
Parking suspension.
Yeah. Parking suspension. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What was I saying? Yeah, no. How do I feel? I'm a bit confident, to be totally honest with you. Look, it's against Man City, and I know Man City gonna come full strength in it. So, yeah, it's gonna be up and down, to be totally honest with you. But I'm not as scared as I would have been, because if it was anybody else, maybe if it was a Liverpool, for example, I would be scared. But we do have a good track record against Man City. What about yourself? How are you feeling about the situation?
Like,
The fact that it's Man City.
I think we have to win tomorrow, otherwise we won't go through. Because if we go back to the Etihad, I think I can't see us going through.
We'll get bodied, innit?
I think we get bodied at the Etihad, yeah. And who scares me the most? I mean, you probably kind of guess. Kevin De Bruyne is De Bruyne's back.
Oh, it's De Bruyne.
Yeah.
But I thought you were going to say Haaland, because Haaland's back in training.
No, mate, Haaland. Don't get me wrong, Haaland's like amazing, but De Bruyne. I don't know if you watched him last game, and when he came on,
Yeah,
for like
man.
40 minutes.
Yeah, he was ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, he's ridiculously good. And I don't know how many minutes he has in him for City.
Yeah.
I know he just came back. But like,
am I single? Yeah, I am currently single.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You know what? Look, let me be totally real on it. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, and I think it's going to define our season, because really and truly, that's the only cup competition we're in to actually win a cup. So we can either look at it in these two perspectives. It's a must-win. We have to win, and we have to win a cup. Or we can look at from the perspective that I feel like all Spurs fans should be kind of like edging the sword on. It's a transitional season.
I did not take it seriously.
Look, for me personally, it's good that we're
at some point. I'm not sure when, but sorry, you're asking about Haas.
Yeah. Look, so in my perspective, we are like overachieving. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, it might sound crazy that I'm saying it like that, but Ange hasn't actually been in this job for a long period of time, you know. And for me personally, with what he's done to get us to the point where, because we're even still fighting top four, we're still in the top four race, and we're still in a cup competition. For me, he's overachieving. So you can look at it from that perspective, or you can say this is a must-win. We have to throw all our eggs in this one competition. What about you? What are you saying? Are you thinking? Do you think on the same level as me? Like, where I'm seeing it as overachievement, because we've had managers come and go, and for certain circumstances, the only one that has actually got close to actually winning a cup is Mourinho.
Yeah, then he got sacked a week before the final.
But then he got sacked. So
it's a bit ridiculous.
What are you saying? Do you think he's overachieving? That's my question to you.
Yeah, yes and no. Yes, because I didn't expect him to instill his philosophy so quickly on the players, and for them to buy into it so quickly. Because normally, even under Poch, there was like a 6 month to a year transition of them like learning the high press back then. Or even under any manager, there's always like a 6 month to a year, maybe even 2 years sometimes, to settle into like the philosophy and the players know their roles and that. But it's almost like he came in within 3 months, 2-3 months. They already know what they're doing. Like if you put someone in the team now, a new player, I don't think you'll see much of a. Say they won't take as long to settle as say if it's in another system under another manager. So to me, in that sense, he is overachieving. But in some ways, it kind of are where we're supposed to be. But I'm saying this in another sense because the rest of the league, some of the teams aren't doing well. So you kind of have to put us where we are, if that makes sense. You know, United have fallen off.
I agree. I do totally agree with what you're saying. Like, we should be proud where we're at.
Style,
to be fair,
like
110%. That's why I'm saying we're overachieving, because tell me this last year we would be fighting for top 4 still in the competition, trying to win that one competition. I would have laughed at you because I even predicted us to finish 7-8. But who knows? We could still finish 7-8. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And we can still lose the cup. So for me, I'm at the point where I think it's a transitional phase. I would love to win the competition. Don't get me wrong, because we've been starved from trophies for a long period of time.
We're starved.
But if we don't go through, and even if we do lose against Man City, I'm not gonna react like it's the end of the world, because for me personally, after last year and what the style and how the team performed, you can't like correlate for us to just go win a title, go win a trophy
just like that
this year.
Yeah.
Whereas Liverpool have a mighty squad. We're still building that squad, so that's why I'm saying we're putting the building blocks together. That's how I take this.
Like for me tomorrow, TJ, it's like if we beat City, I think it's probably our best chance to win the FA Cup.
Of course, that's when you're going to start saying we're going to win it.
But if we lose the game, I'm not going to be like,
I'm not too fussed.
Or like,
exactly.
But I do think in some ways you're right. Our season does hinge on it, because if we don't win tomorrow, we ain't winning silverware this season. I don't think.
Exactly. But for me, that's extra pressure that Ange has obviously put on himself because of how good we have performed. And we're only expecting us to win because of the way we have been performing, right?
But
we're basing it on what we see from the start of the season to the current point.
So is the Man City hoodoo real? Do you think it's a real thing?
I believe...
they haven't scored a goal at the stadium.
Look, I believe that we turn up under the big games, you know? I wouldn't say it's a hoodoo. I just believe that because Man City love to play flowing football and attacking football, over the past couple of years, we've been their kryptonite because we would sit back and we would defend for our life, right? But yeah, I'm going to get onto that as well. You know, that's a good question that you've asked, Don. But
I think it's just that, you know, Paratici, yeah.
It's
not actually him. It's not him. I doubt it.
Yeah. But in terms of like, obviously, this season we beat them, you know, and we changed our style. We wasn't playing like counter-attacking football, sitting back and defending for our life, and we were trying to play our way, right?
No, TJ, we haven't played them at home. We've only played them at the Etihad.
No, what I'm trying to... Oh, we haven't played them at home. Oh, yeah, we haven't. We haven't played them at home.
Yeah, playing 2-2.
Yeah. But I believe that for some reason they just struggle against Tottenham. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Like, yeah. But I'm never caught. Like, don't get me wrong. Now I'm confident because we seem to like get a result all the time. But I'm never confident when it like I should never be confident against the treble winners. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So for me, I think it's luck. I sometimes I just believe it's luck. We're a team that is built to penetrate any defense. Sometimes it's bamboozling that we can win against or we can draw against a Man City team with Emerson Rayo and Ben Davis at the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
more or less, although we are in this transitional period and we're actually still learning Ange's way, because we're still bringing in players to suit his style. We've just brought in Dandelion Longlegs, he's just come in, so he's still adjusting to Tottenham, the Tottenham way. That's what a lot of people could call it now. And even on our attackers as well, we still don't have our attacking outlets that all gone. Like, let's be honest with you, the people that are on the pitch, we could all improve on. Yeah, Richarlison's in form, but you got Brennan Johnson, you got Werner, but that's it, right? So
yeah,
it could be better. Don't get me wrong. So who knows, man? Who knows how this game is going to be, man? It might be a smacking. It might be a draw. Who knows, man? I can't predict this one.
Yeah, I think for me, because it's a cup game, I'm gonna go back to. Hold on, we played 5 back. He's obviously doing City at home. Yeah. So we, you said before about Poch against us, with low block in it.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people might think I might be from the hood and I don't know ball in it, but I can call a spade out when I see a spade. We played different under the last 3 to 4 managers. We played counter-attacking football on all occasions. Mourinho, Conte, and Poch kind of adapted the same kind of formation: defend for your life and counter. It might sound crazy that I'm comparing all 3 of their managers, but that's their style. Break on the counter. So we kind of did end up playing into we're playing into our hands. Man City are playing into our hands.
Yeah.
So that's why we've had the freedom to score, and score ridiculous goals in the sense of the Son run and I've seen crazy goals against Man City, but again we're adapting a different dynamic, and right now we're in a transition because the players that are on the field don't kind of represent what we want to do going forward yet. Just get me correct when I say this, because look, we've got players that are on the pitch right now in the sense of Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, and Werner. And then we've obviously we're bringing back Madison now. He's coming back, but really and truly, our first team squad is still kind of fractured. So we're not really playing our football to our best ability yet. Who knows? That could all change. A flip of a coin. We have Ben Madison, Papa Star. Hopefully he don't get injured over in AFCON. Storm coming back. So again, we still haven't actually seen our best squad.
I mean, when Sar comes back, and then obviously we've got the back 4 back again, but it's our attack that kind of needs fixing. If that makes sense, I don't know.
I believe bring Madison back and bring Sar back and bring Son back. Our attack looks more potent than what it is right now, because then you got people like Kulusevski that can play either or either. You got Madison that is moving like a 10, but is all over the place as well. So it offers options. It's your team is built like a jigsaw puzzle. Have you played Connect 4?
Yeah.
You have to connect all the pieces together.
Yeah.
Look, so you win the game by having the best pieces in the best spots, right?
Yeah, the 4 in a row, of course.
The 4 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Cool. If you connect 3 parts and you're lost that one part, you're always gonna end up losing to the other opponent. If someone blocks your move, you're always gonna end up losing. What I'm trying to say, it might sound crazy that I'm using Connect Floor to explain this. We are connecting with 2 pieces. Sometimes we have 2 of our best and then 2 out, or we have
1 comes back, 1 gets injured.
3 of our best back, and then one out. We don't have our full jigsaw back. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So that comes with time. It might sound crazy that I use I tried to explain it with Connect 4, but connecting all 4 pieces makes you win. Having your best squad makes you win, regardless. Look at Man City, for example. They've been without Kevin De Bruyne for a very long time. And I'm just using him as one example. He's come back and he's got assist and a goal. And the way he played, it's like changed how Man City plays. When they lost Rodri, for example. I'm not saying the people on the pitch are not good enough. I'm saying you have to have your best squad on the field to perform at a high level. It's not rocket science. The best squad is better than your second fiddle squad. So again,
100%.
Again, so when we're approaching it from a squad level, we still don't have our Connect 4, or we don't have all our pieces, because we're still missing people like Son. We're still missing people like Sa. Our fit squad could go win the title. I believe that. I'm actually in belief of that. It might sound crazy because we haven't had a fit squad under Ange.
I think like I said, the only question mark, I guess, is like the wide players, and maybe if obviously me and Dan will know, I guess, maybe, and he might get annoyed by this, but I've been defending Richarlison for ages, and now he's finally scoring. If he can carry this on, we don't know. Like if he carries on this way for the rest of the season, we don't know. Like he could stop at some point. It depends on him. So to bridge that gap to the top, you need also a little bit of luck, I think.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say just Man City quickly. So when I was growing up, we did actually have a good record against City as well. Like if you look through the Premier League, or even like the fixtures previously, years and years ago, for some reason Spurs always used to beat City. So it's not just like a modern thing. But as a caveat to this, when I was a kid, I can't remember how old I was. When was this? 2001, 2002, something like that. We were 3-0 up at home to Man City in the cup, and we lost 4-3, and they had 10 men. Yeah, so it's a cup game. So for me, anything can happen. I think the hoodoo thing is kind of like not really a thing. I think
it's luck. I think it's generally luck in it. I don't think it's hoodoo. Whereas, see, look, again, it comes down to who's on the field at the time. And some of the goals that Man City score against us, they deserve to score.
100%, yeah.
Think about it. Some of them games we won, we shithoused the whole game.
The last, the one we won under Conte, the last game. Do you remember
that? The last game, was it 2-1?
No, 1-0, and Kane got that famous 100th goal. What was it?
Oh yeah. I remember. So
and I was there. With that head.
Let's be totally real here, innit? Let's be totally open. Most of the wins we have actually won against Man City are pretty much lucky, because they peppered our goal so many times,
and we just like managed to somehow shithouse a win.
That draw, for example, at the Etihad. Marlon missed like 2 sitters.
In the first half, we could have been 4-0 down, let's be honest.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
So, it's not like I'm sitting here and saying we are dominating and we are stacking up Man City and we have this hoodoo on. It could either go either way. If Haaland puts some sitters in, we could be speaking about us losing.
4-0 or something like that. Yeah.
4-2, because we were 6-2. But you get where I'm coming from. It comes down to luck. Sometimes it's about luck. Example: 100%. at the end of that last match, the referee blew the whistle when Jack Grealish was onside.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So it's not like I'm sitting here and saying we are always going to win against Man City. this hoodoo thing is such a lie. You know, we can't. As football fans, we can't. We love the moments of us winning, but we have to be realistic. Most of our wins were lucky.
100%.
Name me one game we battered City for the last 5 years.
we haven't batted.
We haven't.
Apart from under the only game I remember was under Poch. You know when City had I don't know if Pellegrini was
going for the Champions League.
Was it Pep's first season?
Was it when we were going through the Champions League and it was a basketball match? They score, we score, they score, we
even
score.
before that, TJ. You know when Dyer scored a goal against City when we won 4-1 at White Hart Lane? We're talking 2016, 2017. That's the last game I remember us destroying them that way.
Exactly. So you're talking about a 2015-16 season or whenever that was, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
That is time ago. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Most of our scores...
Yeah.
I saw a report that Marlon was in training, so I'm not too sure if he's going to be back in for tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe he'll sit on the bench. But don't quote me. Don't quote it as a fact. But check our last 4, 5, 6 meetings against Man City. We've either drawn or won by 1 goal.
Yeah.
So it's been a close game. 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 2-2, 1-0.
Yeah.
2-1. Do you see? So it's not like we've been outstanding.
So dominant. Yeah.
Outstanding. And then I can even further my point and say, look at the stats. Man City's probably had 23 shots against us when we've had about 14, 10. And in some of the games, we've generally had 6. Do you see my point? 6 shots on target.
We had like 3 shots, 1 on target or something, and we've got a goal. Yeah.
So it's not like we have been dominating them. So I want Tottenham fans to take put aside their egos and be realistic. We are due a battering. We are due a spanking. I mean, we've been running out of luck, bro.
If De Bruyne plays, I'm scared. I'm not going to lie.
We've been running our luck for the past couple of years. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Every other team gets smacked up, and we somehow break that cycle all the time. So
we get lucky.
We're clinical against City, and that's gone no Son, no Kane. Yeah. Look, that's another factor. You know, whenever we've been playing against Man City, clinicalness is what is in our top game.
We won us the game, basically.
Yeah. You know, we've had a world-class striker that has dug deep. You know? Now we're playing Man City without... Okay, cool. Richarlison has been on point, but without a world-class striker. With Werner's shot that goes to planet Mars.
We'll see what happens against tomorrow.
You see my point? So
yeah, but like for me, I'm more worried.
Marlon is out tomorrow, right? Yeah, I answered that. Haaland was seen in training, so I'm not too sure if he's going to sit on the bench. Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure, to be totally honest with you.
But do you think? I know this is the FA Cup, right? Do you think Pep will take it seriously with his team selection?
And the reason let me be honest with you, yeah.
Come back, yeah. So do you think?
I'm going to be totally honest with you, innit?
Yeah.
I don't think. I might get clipped for this, innit?
Yeah.
I am rooting for Man City to win the title. However, this year I do generally believe they're really weak. So, how I see it, Liverpool, this league is wide open, you know. Liverpool, even Arsenal can still do it. Even Man City can technically
Didn't I tell you Liverpool was my favourite, by the way? Like, the beginning of the
season. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Now, I've come to the conclusion, just over now a week now, they might not win it. So they're going to put all their... Yeah, they might not win the title. So I could see City putting all their eggs in all these small competitions. When I call it small, I don't mean I'm not trying to degrade the competition. I mean, like the Prem is the big. Well, Champions League is technically the biggest, and then the Prem is second, and then all these other cups are small.
They're not in the Carabao Cup
So
anymore, so they kind of have to put
exactly.
something.
So this is why I'm saying I think City will put all their eggs in this one cup. They will at least want some sort of silverware before they get fined. Think about it.
Okay, so do you think? I know this is off topic yet. Do you think they're getting relegated next season?
Seriously or unseriously? Nah, the league won't.
We've been talking. Me and my friends have been talking about this for like the past 2 weeks because don't you think it's a bit strange that Man City guy went to the United?
Yeah, no, but I think he's been twerking for United for a long period of time. Before he went into that City job because he couldn't get a job at United.
Mm.
If you do your research, you will know he wanted a United job way before.
Really?
Technically speaking, technically speaking, United's the big. It's still the bigger club. You know, they haven't passed in terms of history, but big up. Man United is still the biggest club. And back then, when he was actually looking for a job, the best step to get the best job for him to get into was obviously Man City. And he's turned. I mean, if you remember, he's been in that job for about 10 to 12. I think it's 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
No, it's not been that long. It's been like 10 to 12 years. I was watching Saeed's show, in it. Big up Saeed, in it, you know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
If you know who Saeed is, in it, yeah. I was watching it like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. This is all information from him. So if anything is negative, cool, whatever. This is a Tottenham channel, in it, but cool. He was on their panel. He had some other person, and he was saying he'd been a Man United fan for a very long time. All his old posts were about Man United. So, for me personally, he's now made his step to Man United, which has shocked everybody. Why are you moving from a successful City team to go to United? When, realistically, let's be totally honest here. Man United's history is bigger than City's history. The biggest step is at United. Let's keep it real. The biggest step is at United.
I mean, especially because United have been through so many years of turmoil since Fergie left. It's been 10 years of turmoil, basically.
The biggest step is for United.
Yeah. I think United are a bigger club, but we're talking in recent era. I think.
Yeah. Again, recent era, they've been sleeping in. Yeah. But back to what you were saying about will they get relegated? Yeah, will they get relegated? I don't think so. You know why? Because I think, okay, cool. Let me put it like this, innit? If they was to charge City for breaking whatever rules of 150 rules or whatever, what stops the City group just making their own little league?
I mean, there was talk of the Super League, so.
And you know what? It might sound crazy. A lot of people are going to hate me for it, but the way the FFP is going around, you know, no clubs have money. Is there even a point of us being in this Premier League?
What do you mean?
It's dying out, man. I'm getting bored of football. I would love to see. It might sound crazy. I was against it before, in it, yeah. But I started thinking, like, what if I just have all the big teams in one league?
That's what they were trying to do with the Super League. Barca,
exactly.
Madrid,
wouldn't it be a good idea?
It's basically the Champions League, though.
Wouldn't it be a good idea, though?
But the only issue with that, right, is that because some of the teams are abroad, you'd have to like literally book like 2 days off work to go to.
No, just move them to the UK. Build stadiums across the UK.
We're gonna have.
We will have La Liga in what? Camden or somewhere? Yeah. We'll have Real Madrid up the road. Bro, no. Okay, let's be real though, innit? Let's be real, innit? No, but like, that's what the Super League was there for, innit? Because I realised that.
Should I tell you why I think the Super League was created? Because this FFP thing's being bubbling up for a while, and I think these teams like Real Madrid can't spend the same money they can before. Barcelona can't spend the same money they can before. They want to find an avenue to be able to spend this money outside of these leagues, because these leagues are ones implementing this FFP. Yeah.
Daniel, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Daniel, I'm going to ask you this question, innit? Yeah. And I'm not asking from a football term. I'm just asking you. If you were a multi-millionaire, you have billions in your pocket, and you want to go buy a club. You buy Tottenham, for example. Let's use Tottenham, for example. And you want to invest in Tottenham. Who is FFP to tell you to not invest? It's like me saying you're going to buy a car. Yeah? You want to modify the car. And let's just be like, and your mum tells you, you can't change the color of the car. What's the point of being multi-million? You know what? I can understand it's fair financial fair play, but sometimes you just have to spend the cash. You know what? If you have the money, you have the money. If you don't, you don't. You're a sucker. Put it like that. I can't stop you from spending the money or whatever you want to spend, innit? Like, let's just say you want to bring a player in from, I don't know, wherever, and it's going to cost you 200 million. Who am I to tell you who am I to say stop that transfer? Am I right in that?
Yeah. The only thing with FFP that might be good, but this is where I don't think they're doing it properly, is they need to do like a salary cap.
Agreed. Agreed. Financial fair play in a salary cap, yeah, 110%. I'll agree for that, yeah. But what I don't agree on,
transfer fees are harder to do, because
what I don't agree on, I say if I own a club and I want to upgrade or I want to buy something, why are you stopping me from putting my money into that one thing?
Mm.
Do you see my point?
Yeah.
Unless it's to prevent, look, again, I don't have that much knowledge on it, so don't take my words as facts, innit? Unless it's to prevent to prevent bankruptcy. But then I have another solution to that. You put something in a bond or something, innit? Like, let's just say I want to spend 200 million on this monster. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah? I want to spend 200 million on this monster. Yeah. So I have to put 200 million in a bond. So initially I've now spent 400 million, and now I can spend my 200 million. So if it goes tits up, at least I have 200 million in that bond. Where do you get where I'm coming from?
Mm.
Unless I've what is it called, seen FFP as a.
What I'm saying is, I think these clubs knew about FFP, right? And I think
I've had to sit here for years and watch our owners stop us progressing because of FFP. Now it's to advantage. Fuck morals. I want success. Exactly. So your owners should be able to spend the money. Look, you know that thing that has just come up. Tottenham's the most richest club in the the Prem.
Yeah.
You are a joker, because that Daniel Levy, he's rich. He's got rich pockets, but he don't have pennies to spend.
You don't want to spend, yeah.
So, as he's using the club as a business, he's a good business. He's a good. Let's take it a notch down. As a business, Daniel Levy has run it well. Let's give him credit where credit's due. But as a team,
shit.
He hasn't invested, and I'm gonna sit here and say it now. He's gone cheap. He's always gone cheap. The last 10 signings, I'm gonna say we've gone cheap. We could have got. Look, I'm not saying who's successful. Please make my quotes correct, innit? Last 10 signings. I'm just gonna. In fact, last 7 signings we've made. We could have got Raya, but he didn't want to pay Raya We got Vicario. Yes, he's a success. I'm not saying that, but because it was too expensive, we went for the cheaper option. That's how I see it. Tell me I'm wrong in it. Cool. Van der Ven, yeah? Hold on 1 minute. Van der Ven. We could have got Tapsoba, but we decided to get Van der Ven. Yeah, because it's cheaper. Tell me I'm wrong. It's not about successful signings. I'm not saying that. My point was he's gone cheap. He's always done this cheap bullshit.
That's true. Honestly, it is true.
Look, you sell Harry Kane, you don't get a striker replacement. That's do you understand where I'm coming from? Talibo, for example, we were in for Talibo. We didn't get Talibo. We got Dandelion Longlegs.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying these signings are not successful. I'm saying we've gone cheap. He's always known to do the cheap business. We could have got one player. We got another player that's cheaper. That's how Tottenham
That's
are.
how league operates, unfortunately.
Exactly. So back to the FFP thing. I say if owners want to spend 200 million, they should be able to. If owners want to spend $1 billion, they should be able to.
Fair enough.
If I want to invest in something I own, who the hell are you to tell me not to? If I tell you, oh, you can't renovate your house because of this and this and this, who the hell am I?
I'll be like, what the hell?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I started to say maybe it's to make sure that you don't go bankrupt or you don't like.
I think that's what's.
Yeah, you don't rinse. But then that's what I'm saying. Create a bond. If you want to spend 200 million, put 200 million in the bond. Now I could spend the 200 million, and if it goes tits up, I still have that 200 million.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, right? I just thought about that on the top of my head.
Yeah.
I might look dumb, minute, but sometimes look again. That keeps the financial structure so you don't go bankrupt, and you still have that 200 million in the back area. You still can pay the people that you have on the pitch. You still can. You won't go bust. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's a good idea, but I don't think they'll ever implement something like that.
Why not?
They don't want. I don't think they don't.
They don't want to because they don't want to see the success of Man City. They don't want to see the success of Newcastle. Look, again, we're against all of these places, but a lot of people laugh because Newcastle can't buy their players; they have to sell because of FFP.
Yeah, otherwise they'll be spending
which I think is stupid, bruv. I think it's stupid. If you want to invest in your team, you should be able to. You should be able to.
You know, I was reading something about that the other day, actually. Apparently, there might be new rules where they might allow a certain amount to go in or something. I can't remember what it was, though.
Bro, it's stupid. It's stupid. They should be able to. I'm sorry, it might sound crazy. They should be able to.
I mean, it's because you know what it is, but our owners don't do it. That's why we're sitting here saying, "Oh,
exactly." This is why we're defending it. We're behind the closed. Look again. Put it like this: if we were a big club, we would be saying the same thing. We're not a big club.
We're not.
Do you get where I'm coming from? If you're gonna sit here and say no, FFP is good, this and this, and it is the Premier League. Don't want another Portsmouth. They know how bad it got for them. I agree. Look, I agree that it's for to prevent bankruptcy, to prevent people from losing jobs. I agree. Look, I totally agree. I don't know the ins and outs. I might not know the ins and outs of all that nonsense, but I just gave you a good, viable method. If I want to put 200 million in, or I want to spend 500 million, I have to set up a bond where if it goes wrong, there's still money there. Example, you buy a phone, innit, yeah? You go to the EE. They check your credit, yeah?
Yeah.
They check your credit. They check that you can pay monthly doses for your contract.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
They're checking that you can afford this shit.
Before giving it to you, of course.
Before giving it to you. So what makes it different for a club? What makes it different? It's my device. If I want to upgrade, look now, I've got a new phone in it. Yeah. If I want to upgrade my phone, I have to buy out the contract.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I own the phone. These guys have bought out the contract. They own the club and they can't fucking spend money. Make it make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it make sense. Do you see my point?
It's actually a really good analogy. I'm not going to lie.
Look, again, only Spurs fans. Look, only Spurs fans will sit here and defend FFP.
Yeah,
you know why?
If it plays in our favor, we don't spend.
Because it plays in our favor. Because it allows the cheapskates like Daniel Levy not to spend money. Think about it. And be the richest club, richest man. Look, be the richest club. Come on, man. When I saw that shit, I already knew what his mind games are. When you got teams like Arsenal going for Rice.
Yeah.
Do you think Levy would spend 100 million on a World Cup plus?
No, 100% no.
Okay, cool. Now let's just sit here and say this now, innit? Yeah, I'm gonna go extreme now. All of our signings have been successful, right? And please don't quote me like I'm having a go at our business. Our business have been good. But don't you think our signings have been mediocre, mid-tier?
Oh, they're not like,
wow.
They're not like the top names. No, none of them are top names.
Not wow, like wow.
I mean, Maddison, I don't know if he's a wow.
That's not wow. That's 5 years too late.
Yeah.
He was wow back then, isn't it? Yeah. He was wow back then, but it's not wow.
I would have signed him 3-4 years ago. That's why I would have signed Maddison.
Exactly, 5 years too late. It's not wow. It's not like wow. We're getting a
no. Even Vicario, I know he's brilliant, but it's not. We didn't know.
It's not wow. Yeah. It's not wow.
Dragiston wasn't wow. He's like,
it'd be a good
signing, but
Van der Ven was definitely not wow because everybody was pissed that we didn't get to leave. Tatsoba, that wasn't wow. We're not saying successful. Please don't misquote me and think I'm against our signings.
They're going to say our signings are rubbish now. What?
Yeah, they're going to start saying, "Oh, these guys don't believe in our signings."
They're going to quote.
I'm just stating a point. We've gone cheapskate.
Yeah.
All of our signings are not world class.
Like 13 million, wasn't he, or something? Was he 13 million?
Exactly. Look, we're looking for a midfielder, and who we linked to? Conor Gallagher.
He would cost like 40 to 50 to 60 million.
We're linked to Conor Gallagher. That's not wow. Why don't you go get Camavinga? Why don't you go? If we're really serious about the title, go get them players, bro. That's wow. That is wow.
Camavinga at Real
Madrid, yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. It's like the last player we signed like that, TJ, was probably Van der Vaart back in 2011. And that was a lucky last ditch. It was cheap, 5 million.
That is wow to me. That is wow to me. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah. So again, we've gone cheapskate, and we're always going to be like this. So let's just make it clear. We're never going to be run like all these big clubs and make big signings.
We're never going to be
because everybody around us have made big signings. Our last wow signing was Kingsman. But even he was getting a bit on. Look, I just want to make it clear that I'm happy with the I just want to make it clear that I'm happy with the signings that we've made in it. So please don't sit here and think I'm going on a different level. But to be classed as one of the world's best clubs, the world's best. Okay, in fact, you know what? Someone schooled me in an argument, and I couldn't believe it, because when I realized that, yo, shit, we are actually shit compared to like other teams. Cool. Look, hear me out. I'm just gonna make this statement, and you can either agree to it or you can disagree with it. Yeah. Cool. Our 11, our 11 compared to Man United's 11, at least they have wild players in there.
Yeah, they have loads of big names.
They have wild players in there.
Yeah.
So now, if our 11, cool. I'm not talking about performances, and I'm not talking about if they're working or not. This is what he tried to explain to me. It's like on paper, your squad is okay at best.
You mean
I will
Spurs?
take a few.
Yeah.
Spurs. He said on paper, your squad is okay at best.
Yeah, but as a collective,
As a collective, your club is better than us.
Yeah. Our team's better than United. Yeah.
So now, when you say stuff like on paper, our squad is better than yours, bro, how many teams our squad is better than yours? Man City, their squad is better than ours. Arsenal, their squad is kind of better than ours.
Oh yeah, Arsenal, 100%. Yeah. Man City, obviously better. Liverpool, better.
Chelsea.
I don't know about now. But...
It's and then all the rest of the teams. So we're not as big as we would say we are. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
The mediocre signings, and listen, I'm using mediocre in the terms of on paper they're mediocre.
The name.
The name. Yeah. Look, Casemiro, one of the best DMs, even though he's passing now, of all time.
He's not Tottenham, is he? United, isn't it? Yeah. We never sign these sorts of big players because Levy wants to sign young players to build them up and sell them on. That's basically what it is. It's always been this way.
We've been a selling club.
Yeah.
And a selling club is never a big club. A selling club is like a Brighton. A selling club is like a Southampton.
We're trying to copy Brighton's.
We are Brighton, bruv.
We're just a London Brighton, I guess. We
are Brighton, bruv. We're not at Arsenal. We're not a Man United. We're not a Man City, and we're not a Liverpool.
Definitely
not. Because they buy ready made. We buy Happy Meals turning into Big Macs. Think about it.
Discounted at KFC.
Discounted, yeah, bro. You know the £1 cheeseburgers, bro.
Yeah.
They're Big Macs. We're the £1 cheeseburgers.
You know, honestly, you know all these apps, like the McDonald's app, KFC app. Sometimes they give you like free stuff. You put in a code. It's like
100%.
That's Levy. Like when he goes buy a player.
Yeah,
it's got a free discount on this player. I'm gonna put it into the code and go get my food.
But again, people don't like to live in this reality. People like to chat the most and say you don't support our team, you don't do this, you're just so negative. It's not that. It's just I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm seeing our squad as a collective, and we've been buying mediocre. We haven't been buying world class.
Yeah. It's just we got lucky with some of these signings. To be honest with you, like Vicario, we got very lucky. To be fair, look, again, it takes time for them to be classed as world class. Because next year we can sit here and say they're shit. Yeah. Think about it. Football's a funny game. Like something could go wrong in like 5 minutes.
It's what they do to get to that next stage. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, example, I'll give you a good example. Saliba, we say Saliba is better than Romero, right? You agree to that point?
Oh yeah, 100%. You know I agree with that point.
I can even say Saliba is one of the best centre backs in the league. Evening. What are you saying about that comment?
I agree with that personally. So.
You agree with that, right? Yeah. So his quality, it's still up there, even though Arsenal's been going like this, right?
It doesn't mean just because they've been like that, it doesn't mean he's been like
exactly. That's what you call a quality player, a player with quality.
He's probably been the most consistent player this season, if I'm being honest, from what I've seen anyway.
There you go. Yeah. So that's where you see that.
On Spurs game, Jay, complete off topic as usual. Yeah. Do you see Maddison starting, and what would be your team?
Maddison starting.
He's going to start.
I think he needs to start if we want to win.
We have to start him.
Yeah. And I think he will start. To be totally honest with you, if we're gonna look to win, we have to start him. What about you? What are you saying? You think he should just start from the get-go?
Yep.
and play over Kulu.
Seeing, so what would your midfield three be? Because some people were saying, oh, they want to see Bentancur, Kulusevski, and Maddison as a three, which I think is a bit extreme, to be honest. I'd be tempted. I'm not going to lie. And you know how much I hate Kulusevski on the right, yeah? But I don't know if I can watch Brennan Johnson another game play on the right. So I'd actually put Kulusevski on the right because I think in this game, he might be useful.
Let's actually talk about this player. We haven't actually spoke about him. Kulusevski, has he been as bad as a lot of Spurs fans have been saying?
Do you mean me or do you mean everyone as well?
I'm talking about you. I want you to know your opinion before I make mine.
I have mixed feelings about Kulusevski, to put it easy. Like, I don't think he's been as bad as I don't know how extreme people have been. But then at the same time, because he has qualities which are really good.
He's got assists. He's got a goal.
A few goals in it, yeah.
He's got a couple of assists, right?
Yeah, I think he's got 2 goals or something, 3 goals.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna say this as well, yeah. A lot of people might disagree with me. I think he's been decent.
He's done all right. I mean, he's done all right.
I don't know what. Look, okay, cool. You're gonna think I'm crazy, innit? Maybe we're expecting him to score 15 or 16 goals a season. That's what people are expecting from Brennan Johnson. But when we bought him, I sat here and said, this is a signing that is going to come off the bench and be a squad rotator. I didn't think he was going to replace Kulusevski.
I didn't think Johnson was going to start every game. I'm saying I
exactly.
Thought he was going to come.
So what he's doing right now, the output that he's... This is what I'm trying to say. The output that Brennan Johnson's doing right now, he's been good.
Yeah.
He's been good. He's been better than most players. Are we forgetting Richarlison for the first year? Do you see my point? So that's just my opinion. I look, again, I've been seeing on social media, Brennan Johnson's getting some hard stick, bruv.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'll be honest with you, TJ, he's the most frustrating player to watch right now.
What exactly would you want from him, though? That's my point.
I'm not asking him to score 15, 20 goals a season. Yeah, I'd even be happy if he got 5. Yeah, because it's his first season. I'm not saying I'm expecting to hit like crazy numbers, but it's just he gets in the box. Yeah, sometimes he does he just takes way too long to decide what to do, and he just hits the defender. Or like against United, we had an instance when. I don't know if you remember this. He was on the right, and I think Charleston made a run in the middle or something, and he made one of the worst crosses I've ever seen. Like it's end product. It's just not there.
But his end product is not there, man. We were getting a dud from. I'm not gonna call him a dud because. Forest. Yeah, but we knew his quality, bruv.
Yeah, but the way the club saw it, TJ, the way the club saw it, and by the way, just so people know, the club were watching him before Ange came. Like we've been looking at him for 2 years, Brennan Johnson. I was told this by someone, but anyway. It wasn't just like Ange magically turned up and he goes, I want Brennan Johnson. It was like the club were looking at him for ages and they were like,
I'm gonna be harsh here. I felt like we signed the wrong player.
We did sign
we should have signed the other brother.
What, from Forest?
Nottingham Forest.
Gibbs White.
Bro, that's who I thought we were signing from Nottingham Forest. Listen.
Him right now. We're looking at Gibbs White right now.
I'm not even chatting the most nonsense, bro. I felt like we signed the wrong player. This is me being harsh, though.
No, but like a lot of people say that. You're not the only person. But like with Johnson, I think they bought him because he's young. He's like 20. I think he's like 22 or something.
And Gibbs White is how old?
Gibbs White, I think he's like older. I think he's like 24 or something, 25.
It makes no difference, man. We could just class him as a leap year. He leaped a few years.
Hold on, give me a second. How much is he? He's 23. Yeah, 23.
Exactly. Your Gibbs White is 23.
Yeah.
Exactly. I felt like we scouted the wrong player.
The irony is that we're looking at Gibbs White right now.
You know what it is, isn't it? They got confused because they're both mixed race.
Yeah, they were like, we signed the wrong brother.
But look, that was just an extreme case. Like, look, for me, I think he's been all right. I don't think he's been as bad as a lot of people have been saying.
At the same time, I kind of just expect a bit more. I'm not saying I expect him to score 20 goals or 15, 20 goals. Like I said, I'll be happy if he got 5 goals. But the
It's what
guy
you
is just
expected
frustrating.
from him, though. It's exactly what you
No,
expected from him.
it's worse than what I expected from him, in my opinion.
How?
Because I expect him to like maybe score a goal every so often, or do an
Do me a
assist every
favor.
so often.
You're at home right now. Check how many assists and goals he's had for the matches he's had.
Give me a second.
You check assists and goals.
Stats.
In all competitions.
In the Premier League, 1 goal and 4 assists in the Premier League.
Exactly. In how many matches?
We played 20-ish, I guess.
No, how many has he played?
18.
1 goal.
Almost every game. 18.
1
matches.
goal. 20. 4 assists. 1 goal. Yeah, man, that's tight, bruv. That is bum licking. Look, I was gonna defend him because I didn't expect him to be a starter. Let me be real with you.
Did you think he was going to use him like in rotation?
Bro, I didn't think he had the quality to look. I'm gonna sit here and say this from now. When we brought Brennan Johnson, I didn't think he was gonna be the main man. I didn't expect him to play this much.
Neither did I.
I didn't expect him to play this much. I expected him to come off the bench. He's a bench option. That's how I saw this transfer. I don't know about you, but I said we are building a squad. Yeah. I said, look a few streams ago, like this is like when he came in, and I said we're building a squad, and he's a perfect squad, man. This is a signing that we should get behind.
Every so often, and then
I said this is a perfect squad.
I see what you're saying because I thought the same thing.
I said it was a perfect signing. I didn't expect him to be playing 18, 19 games.
He's played 18 games.
Exactly. So now that comes back down to who we have at our disposal.
We don't have many options down that side.
That's exactly my point. So my point is this, innit? Yeah. Why I'm saying he's playing okay, he's doing exactly what I expected him to do. A lot of people expected. Look, see, my requirements wasn't like everybody else's. My requirements was what he gets 8 assists, about 2-3 goals the whole season.
2-3 goals. Oh,
yes,
fine.
He was my squad player, bro. He was my squad player.
I thought the same thing, but he's played 18 games, so he's obviously like a starter.
Now your requirement has changed because you expect him to be, but he's not that guy. If I knew he was going to be my first team player, remember. We sat here, like we sat and we said we need to build our squad. We don't have nobody off the bench. We brought him in off the bench.
But he's 50 million. That's probably why he has to play him. That's the only thing I can think of, if I'm being honest.
Bro, he's 50 million because of the English price tag.
English tax.
At best, he's 20. At best, yeah. If he was Nigerian or Jamaican or whatever, Russian, Saudi, Indian, Pakistani, any other nation.
Yeah.
He's 20 million at best.
Yeah.
So we were buying a squad player, and I thought it was a fantastic squad player. When you have a lineup of, that's why I was all for the Werner deal as well. Squad rotation.
Yeah.
Squad rotation.
He's probably going to play tomorrow, Werner, so.
Yeah. So a lot of people are on his back.
But would you play in this case? Because I don't see Kulusevski, Bentancur, and Maddison playing in the midfield. I think it'll be something like Højbjerg, Bentancur, and Maddison, something like that. I think he'll go. My
lineup.
I'll put Kulusevski on the right and put Werner on the left. And
should I just tell you my lineup? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna play 3 at the back. Van der Ven. Dandelion long legs, Romero on the right. Yeah. Cool. I'm playing 3 at the back, remember. Wing backs in it, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Obviously speak for themselves in it, yeah.
Poro and a Dogi in it.
Yeah, cool. And then this is where it gets techie in it. Midfielding pair. You're talking about maybe Maddison on Højbjerg.
No Bentancur.
You know why I'm saying no Bentancur, you know? Because, no, in fact, we got three at the back. What am I saying? Madison and Bentancur. Yeah? The front three says it's for itself.
You think it'll be Johnson?
Yeah. There's no other players. There's no other players.
Would you not try something like this? I know, because you're saying three at the back here. Would you not try something nice? When you play Madison in the 10 and then play Werner up front with Richarlison?
We could be, but that's too...
Put Højbjerg and Bentancur as the 2.
We could do that, but then that leaves a lot of width for Man City, man. And they got some wingers.
I don't know if he's going to change the system, because Ange never changes his system. I think he's going to play 4.
But that back three, I don't mind playing high line. That back three is a Goliath back three. Yeah, bro, that back three is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous back three.
If he changes the formation, I think he'll just play Højbjerg, Bentancur, Madison.
That back three is so good, you know.
Yeah. Also, Dragusin played the back three at Genoa anyway, so
exactly.
And so did Romero in Atalanta.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No, exactly. Yeah. They played that position. They played that formation many times before. It's second nature to them.
But if I was to do that, like I said, I'll put Madison in number 10 and I'll play Werner up front with Richarlison.
Interesting.
Because that way they can both play in the middle, and you won't have the whole, you know, I know one left foot or one right foot.
Or we could have Kulusevski over Johnson. But I think
maybe.
But I think right now we need that Johnson pace.
You think?
Against Man City, of course.
Do you think
they leave a lot of space? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
Because it depends what he does, really, in terms of like if he throws back.
Unless he decides to rest Madison.
Right, yeah.
And then you just play Madison, Kulusevski, and Johnson on the bench.
He could even put Johnson on the left and drop Werner, but was he going to do that? I don't think so.
No, man, Werner hasn't had a good run yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and against what was the team that we played against? Played Werner for United. Against United.
I thought he played all right.
He was frustrating, but he played. His touches were quite good. You know, I'm not even going to lie to you.
I know he had those 2 shots that went.
Them 2 shots were shocking, but see, this is what I'm trying to say. We're if we actually go down to the core levels and say, well, we brought these players in for 5 and 6 goals, man.
Yeah, because we've only got half a season left, isn't it? So
exactly. So 5 and 6 goals. Brendan Johnson can end the season with 10 goals, and I think that's a success. He's only on 1 right now.
Remember what you said about Richarlison? He was like, "Oh, if he gets 8, is it 8 goals? Did you say?
Yeah.
You'd be happy.
I'll be happy to
one more, mate.
Yeah, I'll be happy to keep him.
One more.
And I'll be happy to keep him. Yeah. But you see, this is what I'm trying to say in it. Because we're such a small team, we're not going for the best. We should really go for Osimhen. What's stopping us? We're the richest club in the world.
You know who's stopping us.
You see my point? If we were serious about getting a striker in after losing game, we should get Osimhen.
Mate, Osimhen would cook in this team. You know he would score like 50
And you know
goals
what frustrates me now? You know what frustrates me even more from seeing that? Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with Dandelion Longlead, but why didn't you get Talibo? 50 million's too much. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we want this Noosa guy, but this Noosa guy won't play for us for years, probably.
For a year. Yeah, let's get loaned back in it.
What I'm saying is that he's an 18-year-old. What's the chances he's going to play first team football next season?
To be fair, look, I haven't watched him in real life. However, I know I've got good ball knowledge. Do you understand? I've got good ball knowledge on him. Yeah. No. I've got good ball. No, personally, my ball knowledge, you're gonna think it's crazy, innit?
Yeah.
Brady, Valise, I know good ball knowledge on, and Noosa. I signed him all on my FM. This is back in 2019, 20. They become wonder kids, bro. With Dane Scarlett, bro. Whew. Nusa is such a good. If it's based on video games, Nusa turns into a wonder kid, bro. He is rapid, bro. You know, on the wing,
when we were living with him,
ball,
everyone was saying that on Football Manager, he's amazing, and I'm like, okay.
You know, but that's where I base my ball knowledge off, man. You can only be a manager. You can see what it says. You know, if you don't beat the player, you know he's dead. if you don't beat the first man, you know he's dead, because he was my trickster. He would set up all my goals in it. You'll pass it to him, and I would play him in the middle. Look, I know he's a winger and all of that, but I play inverted wingers, inverted attacking midfielders. You might think it's crazy, innit? So my attacking midfielders invert. You gotta think, how does that even work out? They become strikers.
Do you play 4-2-2-2 or something like that?
So my formation was 5 at the back in it, 3. So 3 at the back in it, and then you got the attacking midfielders into centre mids, but they invert and become strikers, innit?
So you did the Ange, but in a different way.
No. My back 5 stay back.
They don't go for it.
They don't attack.
Okay.
The way I build up through the centre.
Oh, right.
So I don't use the wings, and my attacking midfielders, they play centre mid, and what ends up happening, they invert and become strikers, and there's a striker that goes to the left, and it always opens up a pocket of space for either Nisa or Balaga. It's a FM wonder kid, isn't it? To either slot it in the middle. You know, I score so much goals from the midfield inverting. Trust me, listen, play the game like how I play. Whew, you're going to be scoring a lot of goals. And what makes it really good?
Spurs manager after Ange.
Trust me, I could do a good job, you know. I could do a good job. You know why? Because when you play 5 at the back on FM minute, you contain clean sheets quite a lot. The only place where you kind of mess up in it, is when, like, let's just say you have a free kick or a corner. 5 at the back is the worst formation to play. Like, to play set pieces, if you go against 5 at the back, you're better off doing 4 at the back. They do zonal marking. And the marking, because there's too many people inside the middle, it gets messed up in it.
Yeah.
So I have stay on feet. You know, some people have the tactics get stuck in, and what that means is just they fast, they tackle fast. But because I have 5 at the back, I have stay on feet. So even if, let's just say, someone runs past my left back, my centre back is there. But yeah, and then I play also long. So Vicario basically boots it all the way up.
Instead of the passing around the back nonsense.
Yeah, I don't play back. I play. I play
Conte.
Cool. My style is more like
Conte ball.
Put it like this: my style is more like Conte ball. Defend for your life and break on the counter attack.
Or Mourinho.
Defend convincingly.
Yeah.
Put it like that. Yeah, put it like that. But my midfielders invert into strikers.
So you have like 5 up front.
Bro, I have 6 up front.
Yeah.
The 2 strikers. The left back, the left mid, the right mid, and also the centre mids.
They all go.
I bypass the midfield, and to counterattack the mid.
Yeah.
And to counterattack the fact that I don't have a midfield at that time, I had 5 at the back.
To make up for the numbers, I guess.
To make up for the numbers, because they have the ball. So I tell them to have the ball. They can have the ball as long as I get the goal. It don't matter.
Yeah, you're definitely Conte ball.
Bro, I'm not Conte ball. I'm more wilder than Conte ball because I have all them man attacking.
It's like half the team's attacking, half the team's
so imagine a team like Man City going against me. They're going to push forward. So my best bet is to defend for my life, and then when it goes to the counter, 6 against 3. That's technically insider. Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah. So first, before we end the stream minute, your score prediction?
1-0 Tottenham.
I'm going 2-1 because I think they'll score.
From where?
A corner.
Oh, but we got like 2 people now. If they go for it, if we go for it at the back, innit?
Yeah.
We have a good chance of winning. I believe that. It's just. Do you think?
I just don't think Andrew will want to change it. He never changes it.
Yeah, you might be right, man.
This channel
you might be right, man. You might be right. To be totally honest with you, for me, I'm gonna go 1-0. You know, I can see us. We haven't played football in a long while, so I believe that Ange has obviously drilled it into these guys to win, and we got Madison back as well. So hopefully we get some.
Score. I think Madison's gonna score.
You think so? Come back and score, or come back and get injured.
I think Werner's gonna score as well tomorrow. I don't know why.
Come back and get injured.
Or like Bentancur did. But we're gonna have Bentancur and Madison in the same midfield for the first time like ever, I think.
Ever. That's what I'm trying to look. That's what I was saying to you guys, isn't it? Yeah. That we haven't actually had a fit team to play the actual style that Ange wants, and we still don't have it.
Because once Sarr comes back,
we still don't. This is what I'm trying to say, and we still don't have it, you know. So, you know what? Before we end the stream, I want to know your opinion about something, innit?
Sure.
Skip. But I'm gonna lay down the rules in it. Why?
Yeah,
because someone. Okay, let me just explain myself. I have someone that works with me that has changed my view on Skip. And it's not just from this last game, but I will tell you his arguments. This is from his arguments, which made me really question if we should sell Skip. You know, but I'm gonna lay it down in it. Do you think it's worth us selling Skip and improving on him, or do you think he's a better squad player for us?
That's a good question. The thing is that who do you label as your? Because for me, Skip can only play as a number 6. As a number 6. So who are your number 6s? If you don't have more than one, you're gonna have to keep.
Okay, cool. Look, put it like this, yeah. Put it like this. The reason why I'm leading to keeping someone like a Skip in my squad, and look, at first I said we need to improve on him, but who's out there, firstly, to improve on someone that is willing to sit on the bench? That's one thing. Secondly, with our midfield, we've got Madison, we've got Kulusevski, we've got Bentancur, we've got Skip, we've got Højbjerg. Now, the only odd player out of all of them, and we've got Sarr, the only odd player that I would say wants to leave and directly wants to leave is Højbjerg. Now, isn't it wise for us to keep a homegrown player that might have, look, the argument is he's reached his ceiling, we can improve on him, but who are we going to get that's not going to want first team football? That is at a youngish age, that is at a youngish age, that is willing to sit on the bench. That for me personally, there's not many out there that would be willing to sit on the bench, because we get in Conor Gallagher, he's going to want first team. And is Conor Gallagher better than any of the players I said, apart from Skip?
Højbjerg, don't you think he's better than Højbjerg?
Better than Højbjerg? Obviously, Højbjerg wants. I said that's the only denominator that wants to go. If we're going to get Conor Gallagher, it's going to be in replacement for Højbjerg. But even that's not making him first team quality, right? He's on our best day. Our lineup is obviously Madison, Bentancur, and probably a Bissouma.
Or a Sarr. Think
about it. It leaves us Skip.
I'd put Sarr over Bissouma personally, but yeah.
Yeah, it leaves us Skip and potentially a Conor Gallagher.
But then you could throw Kulusevski there. Say Kulusevski's the Madison cover. You still got Lo Celso as well, though.
Exactly. So is it wise for us to sell Skip? Whereas now I'm gonna go.
It depends on our homegrown numbers and in the season, like who they're gonna keep, who they're gonna get rid of, and are they gonna need someone for homegrown?
let's just say they're going to get rid of Skip for a like replacement of Conor Gallagher, then go for it. That's a good signing. However, if they're going to get rid of Højbjerg for Conor Gallagher, that's basically, there's no point in it. We're not going to get a better person. Yeah, we're not going to get a better midfielder that is willing to sit on the bench. That is willing to take.
Skip will be here till the summer at least. Anyway, I think he's not going this window.
We need to sign him on a new contract. From what I just said,
are you talking like with Arsenal for El Neni?
El Neni, look exactly. El Neni, Smith Rowe, and Nketiah.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a better second fiddle to Jesus than Nketiah. You're not going to get a better attacking midfielder that wants to play second fiddle to Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
El Neni, you won't get a second fiddle player to El Neni. So it's more dangerous if you sell these players. Then you get exactly. Now going back to Skip, how I see it, it's good for the cover.
But is he happy just to stay here, sit on the bench?
Clearly, he doesn't want to go.
Yeah,
he's been like that for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think Højbjerg. I mean, do you think that if Højbjerg goes the same, we buy Gallagher? Do you think we don't need to touch the midfield at all next summer?
No, we don't. We don't.
Assuming Lo Celso stays.
Assuming Lo Celso stays, yeah.
He's only got a year left, I think, or 18 months left.
Yeah, so I think our midfield is set.
I mean,
they might sound crazy.
My midfield three would be Bentancur, and Maddison, and then I'd have Kulusevski, Suma, and I don't know, Lo Celso or someone else as the other.
Yeah, or you have Skip and Lo Celso fighting for it or something. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Like we've got enough depth in midfield.
Are you sure? So now my point is this: going back to selling Skip, he explained to me like that, and I started to say, "Fuck off, man, you joker, bruv." And I tried to say we can improve on it, but then he said it like, "Who's willing to actually sit on the bench and just be happy to sit on the bench?"
There's no one really to do that, I guess.
You know who would be good? You know who would be good for Tottenham? And you know, he made me open my eyes all up, and I realized I was like, "Shit, you're speaking sense in it to me." Like, maybe I haven't spoke about Spurs in a long while, so I don't know. But he basically said, I would be only willing to sell Skip if we still had Harry Winks.
Oh, because of homegrown. That's what it is.
And Harry Winks would have been so good in this system. What do you think about that?
I kind of agree with that, but I don't know. Obviously, we don't know because he's doing wicked in the Championship. But
what do you think about that? Harry Winks would have been good on the what is it called?
You said that especially before we sold Winks.
Yep, I did say that.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, I'm bull knowledge, man. I might look ghetto, but I know. Yeah. Look, I don't just say something wild because I want to say something wild. But when you take it from that perspective, if we get rid of Skip, who are we going to replace? Bringing a youth, bringing a younger talent. Maybe that could be the next ceiling.
The problem with these Skips, these Winks, there's Masons, there's Carrolls. You know what I've noticed about these players? They come from Tottenham, right? They come with big hype. They have like one good season or half good season, and we think they're going to be like the next big thing. And then the media hypes them up. The Spurs fans hype them up. Oh, he's amazing. Because remember, Skip was brilliant under Nuno, and then they just don't progress.
Apparently, he was a revolutionary talent.
Yeah,
he was meant to be the next Ronaldo and Messi. Apparently,
and they don't progress. TJ, they don't get better. They just stay at the same level, and that's the problem. Like if we had a player like Skip who was progressing, like you could see he was, say, being his head more longer passes or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something random, but we're not seeing anything different. It's just the same old rub like that I've seen from before. So I think that's why people want to sell players like Skip and Winks, and because they just never progress as players.
I agree. But see, when it comes down to it, and you look at it from that perspective, if you can't look to improve, because look, we bring it.
Just keep player. Yes.
Look, example, we're going for Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of him. I don't know about you. What are you saying?
I think he's all right.
Exactly. Don't improve us.
I wouldn't say no because, I mean,
I think he's on the same level. He's either on the same level as Skip, on the same level as Højbjerg. Like what? We're not.
I do think he's better than Højbjerg, personally.
You think so?
Yeah, personally, I think he's better than Højbjerg.
Interesting.
But obviously, it's not like that much between them. Really, I don't.
Exactly. Think. It's not. So it's not like it's and for the prices that we're going to buy the player for.
The difference is Gallagher. He's younger. He's younger. He's English, which fits the homegrown thing, and also he can play. I think he's a bit better than Højbjerg personally, but like this is more form. Like Højbjerg's not going to get him much better than this where he's now.
Interesting. Yeah.
So Gallagher, because he's younger, he might get better. So they're probably banking on that. Maybe. I'm not saying he will. I don't know.
I just that signing for the amount it's going to cost us, I don't think it's worth it. But to steal it from your rivals, that's like compared to them. That's a good signing.
If we nick him,
that's a statement signing. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a good signing. It's a good signing if you steal it.
Maybe that's the one to do it.
The ego. We got the money, innit?
Yeah.
Let's splash the cash, innit?
We've been saying that for years. Let's splash the cash.
Yeah, man. They want 60, we give them 70.
Yeah.
Now there shouldn't be no excuse. You know what? You know that thing that come out in the media, yeah? Tottenham being the richest club, there shouldn't be no excuse of us not getting no targets.
If you want Gallagher, if he wants Gallagher, go get Gallagher.
Go get him. Yep, go get him. I shouldn't see no excuses.
Oh, but he's too much. Oh, but this.
Yeah, there's no excuses. You're the richest club.
But you know it'll be excuses anyway, so.
That's how Spurs is.
Yeah. So TJ, when you on next? You said you're rebranding your channel, innit? So.
Well, I've been rebranding my channel. I haven't even got to rebrand it. Let's be honest with you. I am on next week. I think we're doing the. When was our next reaction?
Yeah.
Not reaction. Preview or whatever.
I've got Brentford at home on my birthday on next Wednesday, TJ.
Oh, so we're doing it on Wednesday or Tuesday?
Huh? So
we're doing the preview on Tuesday.
If we're on the preview show, I have to go on the Tuesday for me, I think.
Cool. Tuesday then.
Like 7:00 again. So yeah. Yeah, we can do the Tuesday.
Back
here again Tuesday at 7:00.
Cool. Yeah. I haven't done a stream for a long time, man. It feels like months since we last had a game.
Yeah, I say why, because we had like 2 weeks we did nothing. It was like football. Spurs didn't play for 2 weeks. Had that break, remember?
Yeah, man.
It was really annoying. I didn't like the break personally.
Man, it's AFCON, isn't it? AFCON. Do you see Ghana versus Cameroon and that goalkeeper dropped the ball? Fucking 91 minutes, man. Come on, man. You can't be doing that time. It's crunch time. That's where you boot it out and do whatever you need to do.
Mate, I saw some crazy stuff. I saw that Nambia. Is it Nambia? They scored the same goal. And they beat, who was it? Some big team. Who was it? I forgot. It's coming. Man, that AFCON is boring though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what I really hate? No disrespect. I hope someone doesn't take this wrong. The commentary is rubbish.
It's terrible.
It's actually rubbish. Like, it's one of the worst commentary I've ever seen.
110%. Terrible.
Like, it actually hurt me to listen to it. I was like, this guy, like, what's he chatting? What's he saying?
He doesn't have. Yeah, no, it's terrible.
No emotion. There's no.
It's terrible, isn't it? All right, cool. Like and subscribe, and comment, you Spurs. Levy, take your hands out your pocket and spend some money. Because the proof is in the pudding. We're the richest club in the Prem, so there shouldn't be no excuses. I don't want to hear ifs and buts. I'm there to see the big signings. You missed out on Dybala. Now there's no excuses. You got the money.
You know we signed Dybala now.
Nah, man, that's dead.
But he's like he's aged, isn't it? So.
Yeah, man, he's like nearly 30, isn't
it? Proper old man.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right.
See you on Tuesday.
See you guys later, and come on, you Spurs. Yeah.
Come on, you Spurs.